In this video, I'm going to show you how to save money by repairing a turbine vent instead of replacing it. These are common throughout the southwestern United States. They are used to ventilate the attic space above your home. Here's what they look like when they're working. And as you can see, this one is not working. Before I continue, I want to point out that these heads are designed to be replaceable. There are two styles, internally braced and externally braced. When buying a replacement turbine, try to find the same style. The quickest and easiest option for a squeaking or not spinning turbine vent is just to replace the head with a new one. Run to your local big box store, they're usually around $50 to $60. If you have a Lamanco brand turbine, they have a transferable lifetime warranty. Contact the manufacturer for a replacement head if you have a Lamanco brand. In my case, I have a generic brand turbine that is not spinning. Let's take a look and find out what's going on. With the vent on the workbench, we can see it has two sets of bearings, one at the bottom of the shaft and one at the top. First, I'll mark a line on the shaft with a permanent marker showing the position of the bearings. Next, undo the nut on the bottom here and remove the turbine from the support. This is actually the second one of these turbines I've repaired. What I did was measure the diameter of the shaft and then found some bearings on Amazon with the same inner diameter. These are R8 2RS ball bearings which are double sealed. Over time, the grease in the original bearings hardened and dried out. These sealed units should last much longer than the original bearings. You can try lubricating the existing bearings with fresh grease, oil, or dry lube, and it might fix the problem for a while. But you'll be back up on the roof again soon. And remember, WD-40 is not a lubricant. What I am going to do is replace these bearings with new sealed bearings that should last a long time. I ran over to the hardware store and picked up some short bolts and nuts that I will use to reassemble the turbine. This turbine is not designed to be serviceable. It's held together with rivets, which I need to drill out to begin disassembly. A 5-gallon bucket makes a great work stand for this turbine. Be careful when handling the turbine head, as it has a lot of sharp edges. A little bit more drilling was needed to get the two plates separated. And there is our rotating shaft with the lower bearing. I need to drill out these 3 rivets on top to access the upper bearing. And here it is, a cheap unsealed bearing in a plastic raceway. So here's the plan. The new bearings go on the shaft and get sandwiched in between these 2 round plates like so. These are the R8 2RS miniature bearings that I will be using. Using a marker, I mark a line where the old bearing was at on the shaft. Since I don't care about damaging the old bearing, I remove it from the shaft using a couple of blows with the hammer. And we can see where the new one needs to go. These new bearings are a perfect fit into the pieces that will sandwich together around it. To install the new bearing, I put a few drops of oil on the shaft, and then hammered it through the bearing in the bench vise. That gave it a good snug fit. For the upper bearing, it fit on the shaft but was a little loose and wanted to fall down. I put this clamp on there but ended up removing it later. If you're following along, just skip this step. Place the new upper bearing in the recessed area of the turbine head. Next, I reassembled everything using those nuts and bolts instead of rivets. And it looks like it spins freely. Next, I reinstalled it on the duct and made some adjustments to ensure it did not rub. Thanks for watching this video. If it was helpful, please click the like button. Subscribe for more repair and DIY videos.